Water, water everywhere, and all the boats did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. Though this excerpt is a metaphor to signify that despite being surrounded by something, one cannot benefit from it, it aptly depicts the water crisis situation that the world is facing today. Greetings to one and all. My name is Harshita, and I am standing for the motion that water crisis is the failure of the government. Water crisis is a situation where fresh water resources do not match the standard water demand. Humanity can be at a brink of extinction if water crisis is not dealt with timely. So if the motion in front of us would have been water crisis, the suffering of the people, then it would have been a resounding yes. But the question in front of us is failure. Whose failure? The general public's failure, who do not have decision-making power, who do not run institutions, or the government's failure, who does both, yet preaches of public responsibility. By that logic, COVID crisis, financial crisis, food crisis should also be the responsibility of the people. The statement itself, water crisis, failure of the people, is largely flawed because people do not have power, legitimacy, or control over water. They only have rights over water. That too are being taken away from them slowly and steadily. The government regulates, supplies, allocates water. It can standardize, privatize, liberalize, mobilize water. The government is responsible for the water crisis that we are having today. I would like to give three major arguments to support my point. Firstly, the government builds reservoirs, dams, irrigates land, supplies water. The government also builds infrastructures, roads, hospitals. The government sets its priorities. The government makes laws. Even though water conservation may be the duty of each and every individual, the government facilitates that. It may be my duty to stop the running water on my tap. It is the government who actually supplies that water, if at all. Secondly, in recent times, in numerous countries like Britain, Sweden, European nations, climate crisis has come into vogue. It is the classic example where the proactive participation on the side of the people has made the government's eyes open to a certain issue. State actors, non-state actors, intergovernmental organizations, civil society cannot efficiently work on an issue if the government doesn't amplify it. If the government doesn't recognize climate crisis as an issue, then how would these actors actually work towards it? So it was the failure of the government to not have recognized water crisis timely and urgently as an issue that it has worsened to this extent. Thirdly, and most importantly, even if we recognize that people individually are responsible towards water conservation and they have failed at it, it again is the downfall of the government to not have made its people aware and educated regarding this issue and educating them regarding eco-friendly and environmental friendly ways to conserve water. Lastly, I'd like to provide to you a stakeholders analysis to prove to you that all the stakeholders of this motion are in a better position in the paradigm where the government takes accountability. There are three main stakeholders: the government, the people, the non-people. The non-people, all natural resources that benefit and consume water. The government would give better output and become more efficient to not get voted out in the next election. The people would feel more secure when the government takes accountability. And forest and wildlife is another subject that is dealt by the government only. So they would also be considered when policies are being made. So nobody actually benefits when accountability is shifted on the people. Everybody benefits when the government takes accountability. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.